of the 12 as they roll into the backstretch.
From the First Bet Studios in Arcadia, California, I am Jeff Siegel. Welcome to our Preakness preview as we look ahead to the second jewel of racing's Triple Crown Saturday at Pimlico. The Preakness was one of 14 races on a glorious program, so if you are going to play, you should do so on the expressbet.com website or on the First Bet app. And here's why. You can make a $10 win wager on each race, one horse on each of the 14 races. If your horse wins, great. But if you run second or third, you get your money back. Nothing wrong with that. So be sure to play at expressbet.com or on the First Bet app. And this promotion also good for Friday on Black Eyed Susan Day. What we need is some advice, and I'm going to tap into the expertise of Eddie Olczyk, who is actually already in Baltimore at Pimlico. And Eddie, I'm looking at this form. I'm seeing Medina Spirit, and I'm seeing Bob Baffert, and I'm seeing Concert Tour, the two favorites. Can we beat the favorites? And if so, with who?
Well, Jeff, great to be with you, and lots of eyeballs here in Pimlico, obviously against the cloud over Bob Baffert and Medina Spirit with what took place after the Kentucky Derby win. But I agree with you with Concert Tour. I think he might end up being the horse to beat, so to speak, because I think he's going to be the speed of the race. But there's always an opportunity, even if it comes up a little chalky, Jeff, that you can still make money. The history of the Preakness the last couple of years, you've had some favorites win, but you also can make some money. Look, how do you turn a 3 to 5 into maybe 12 or 15 to 1 if you're playing an exacta or a trifecta? So the horse I'm leaning towards is a 5-horse Midnight Bourbon. I think it's going to be Concert Tour on the lead. I think Midnight Bourbon certainly can be much more tactical than he was in a Kentucky Derby. He had a brutal trip. He got knocked down right out of the gate by his stablemate Superstock. Ran a nice 6th in that race. I think wants to be forwardly placed with Irad Ortiz Jr. So I'm looking at Midnight Bourbon really to be the key of the race for me, Jeff. And if the favorites finish second and third, you know, the co-favorites, then hey, great, I can still make the money. But I think Midnight Bourbon will run a much better race here in Baltimore than he did in the Kentucky Derby.
He actually ran okay in Kentucky when you consider. I picked him up on the video, and I saw him finishing pretty well. Now, he was so far back, he had no chance to make any impression. But you mentioned maybe a price. What would be a good price for you? Now, this is a volatile situation. I'm not sure how much play Medina Spirit's going to get. He's the 8 to 5 morning line favorite, 9 to 5 actually. He may go lower, but maybe not. Where would you be happy with Midnight Bourbon's price as they load into the gate?
Yeah, I think Concert Tour is going to end up being the favorite, Jeff. I really do. I think he's going to be. Yeah, I do. I think he'll be. Okay. I think he'll be 8 to 5, 9 to 5. Midnight Bourbon. Look, I mean, if both Bafferts take money, which they will, I believe Midnight Bourbon will have every opportunity to be maybe 9 to 2, maybe 5 to 1. I think he will be right in that, right in that wheelhouse. So for me, value there, finishing first or second. And again, if the Baffert, surround me there and I can get him second, it's going to pay. If he happens to win, I think you got a really chance to make a lot of money. But I wouldn't overlook Rombauer. I think this horse wants to be a little bit farther back than he was in his last. I think this pace is going to be honest, Jeff. I don't think they're going to be walking like they did in the Kentucky Derby. So for me, keep an eye on Rombauer.
You know, I wanted to like Concert Tour. I really did. I looked at his form. He just doesn't do it for me, but he is going to be in front. I think we both agree on that. And anytime Concert Tour gets loose on the lead, as he did in the Rebel, you never know. I think a mile and 3/16 might be stretching his limit, but hey, lone speed, if he gets it, could be very touch. But I do think Midnight Bourbon will be within range, and that'll give him every chance. Eddie, I'll be looking forward to watching you on Saturday on NBC. I'm going to be playing your picks, so, do the work, okay?
I will, Jeff. Thanks for having me. Appreciate it.
Thank you. So best of luck there for Eddie, and best of luck to you players on Saturday at Preakness.
Last of the 12.